also thank you for the follow, Laura Author. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Today I'm doing Bloodborne, and which is, despite my crazy backlog, is the game that I probably will always turn back to and come back to and repeat because I love it so much. It is so good. Let's make sure it is. Oh yeah, okay. I think I want to start a new. I think I'm going to start a new file though. Just start fresh this time and maybe go for a strength build of some sort. See if I go after this though. I just want to know if it's good. Game here and try to get that going. And yeah, I'm gonna make a pure strength build, I think. Maybe not pure strength, but at least like, so I've done arcane, I've done,
oh yeah,
what else have I done? I've done like Blood Tinge. I did that one. That was a fun one.
You've come to the
it's
right
a little bit trickier.
Is the home of blood
and because it's like sometimes Blood Tinge it takes a while to kind of actually get up and going. And it can be hard early game, and there's also it's a little limited in terms of your
with a bit of yarn and blood
actual weaponry because it's mostly the katanas and stuff.
You'll need a contract.
But anyway, it's fun, and then it gets pretty OP later in the game. So let's see here. Let's do a big McLarge Hughes guy. Big, if it fits. It may not, because I know it doesn't. It didn't in Dark Souls 1. Oh, it does. Very nice. Mature. What has the highest strength coming out of the gate here? Violent Past. I think that actually kind of fits that character. Like already it fits him. Mature voice. He's gotta have like it's gotta be like large chested. Just like a big broad guy. And then kind of like big arms. It's kind of hard to see because he's wearing all those clothes, but that is the plan. And then let's see. Maybe like kind of legs not as big though. So it's like by contrast it looks like his like upper body's huge. That's probably okay actually. And then face. Need something like short probably. That actually could work. And then I want to like, how do you make? Kind of like red, not too red, so I need to mute it out. Make it too green now. Maybe I should take that out a little bit, yeah. And just like there we go. Take that and then oh yeah, here. I forgot to add this too. So he needs to be burly upper body. I think that would be funnier. Yeah. Cool. So he already starts at 15 strength. That's actually pretty good to start with. Anyway, so this is one of I've platinumed Elden Ring and this game.
Good.
So I'm
All
pretty
signed and sealed.
like I've beaten it a number of times, done the chalice dungeon, grinding, all that business.
Don't you worry.
So I'm kind of just playing for fun
Whatever
here. I haven't really
happens,
done
you may think it all a mere
a BL4 playthrough before, but I have done, like I said, I've done a few other of the builds. One pure arcane, one pure blood tinge. I did one that was kind of more skill build, so like it's a little more reliant on parrying and the visceral attacks. So it does make your visceral attacks stronger, but it also kind of had a lower base damage. So I want to see if I can just be a total like, I don't know, not necessarily glass cannon, although that may be what it is, because what I tend to do in these games is min-max. And so we'll see how it goes with how I'm playing, basically. Yeah, actually I'm gonna start with some coffee here. Let's see. And okay.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
A hunter must hunt. And this is, you know, this is like a game where there's almost not even, there's almost not a bad fashion choice in this game. Like almost everything in it is just really awesome. And it's one of the reasons why it's, I think, you know, I'd probably put this as my number one. This might be my favorite from the game. Maybe weak, but I can try anyway. It's like, I was thinking about, like, imagine if this guy was like full health this early. Imagine that guy was full health and there were two of them like on the bridge, not only that, and then also that you had to fight them to proceed, like you couldn't die or something. So that would be a real challenge there. I guess you could like force yourself to do that, and I know people do like fists only, which is insane. And then other people do like, you know, weapon level 0, so they never upgrade it. I think the fists one is probably the one that would be the hardest ever, honestly, because that would take like the longest time. And I saw someone do that with Elden Ring, and it was like, it took literal hours to beat bosses. I just can't imagine having that kind of like patience, you know? Wait, so that, oh yeah, that has less blood tinge damage. Do the notebook. Okay. So I'm gonna do the Hunter Axe this time, because that's kind of like a more of a strength weapon, really. Oops. And the Blunderbuss. that's pretty good, like, thing. There we go. Let's try that. I mean, it already should be, like, more than enough to take on the guy. I also really like the trick weapons in this game, and I wish they had done. I wish From would do that in more stuff, you know. So yeah, that time just get him. He doesn't even hit me. It's like getting sweet revenge. All right, so now we proceed on to Central Yarnum, which, you know, this has got to be up there in terms of like top tier starting areas in a From game too. Like, I think even if you just viewed this as a tutorial level, it's so good because it kind of just. First of all, I also like how you can see places you're going to be, and that, you know, this is the thing I was talking about last time when I was playing Demon Souls. It's just, I love it when you can see places you're either going to be or places you've been in the past. It's just like, it's so fun to see that. Come on, dude. And the rally system is cool in this. You can recover health just by kind of attacking, basically. There's a guy, like... Here, I'll open this ladder up first. Dude. That was a one hit. I think the doll kind of comes in once you have at least, is it like at least one insight? So we just have to get that, and usually you can get it by literally just seeing an enemy, like a boss. The boss enemies give you, I think it's like one per, and then the you also get some for defeating bosses. And then it's like, I didn't realize like that was kind of the mechanics in this game, because with little insight, there's stuff you can't see that's just kind of hidden in plain sight, which is also really awesome. Like some of those amygdala creatures that are actually just hanging on the buildings the whole time. So again, I love that kind of stuff. Actually, did I exhaust all that guy's dialogue? Let me see. Let me make sure that I did, because... Okay, yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, so he, you know, spoiler alert, things don't end well for him, unfortunately. But, because, honestly, it's a From game, and that's sort of how things go most of the time. And you know, by the way, this game still looks amazing. I know that we didn't get the PC port that everyone's been sort of clamoring for, but you know, I don't even know if it's worth it at this point, because it's just like every year we wait, it's just gonna take more and more time, and it's not gonna happen, you know. I don't even know if it's like something that's worth it. Get a solid parry on this guy. I'll try. I did, and I missed this world. Dumb. Okay. Try again. Come on, buddy. I did again, and I also... I got hit as like mid thing or whatever. they just kind of like back up. There we go. That's what I should do. Got that dude. The character's already a little tanky. That's good. Friend waits ahead. Was that referring to the giant guy? Cathedral? Well, those aren't really the giants, I guess. Those are the... I forget what you call them. Forget those guys' names. Here's the kind of, but not really, shortcut that goes through here. In the sense that it doesn't really save that much time anyway. But there's this guy here. The one that always tries to get a few shots off. There's a guy that drops down here. Bloodstone shard for upgrading. Which I would like to do. And I'm gonna clear up this top area here first. Wow, I can just imagine, imagine pebbles only in this game too. Those guys. Figure it out. It's usually when I first played this game, the this part in particular was like kind of ghastly in terms of like figuring out how to do it, because there's just so many enemies. Apparently they still get stuck on things too. But yeah, there's just like so many guys, and it's like hard to manage unless you kind of pick them off one at a time, you know. What I like about this weapon is it has a really wide swath. So you can get like people in a kind of a fan aware of hound, yeah. So there are the dogs, the classic FromSoft dogs that we love so much. I'm actually not going to lock on to because what it does is it kind of like doesn't free you up for dodging other attacks. Those little shoves they do too. It's annoying anyway. I think there's a couple of guys over there. I know I could run this, but I sort of like clearing out the area. It always feels a little more like satisfying, honestly. For some reason, it just kind of works better for me, I guess. That's that dog. In the 90s. This is such a this game too. Like, it has such a good balance of how it makes the guns. They're generally like, you'd think, oh, you could shoot everything, but it's not really like that. Well, unless you put a bunch of points into like certain stats and then get all certain guns too, like some of those cannons. But either way, it's not meant where you can spam it. Because also there's limited ammo regardless of whether or not you have like stats or not. So it encourages you to use guns, but not spam it either. There's still like a skill set, and I think that there's just such a good like balance in this game of that kind of stuff. But like I dropped something like on the. Look at that! He dropped it right on the thing. Okay, I don't even know if I can get that actually. Nice. So I'm speaking of bullets. It looks like I'm full. Plus I have extra, so that's awesome. And then I'm gonna go through here. There's that part coming up, and also the guns do pretty good damage against dogs in the sense they completely stagger them. So it's actually a pretty viable strategy to kind of knock them out like that. These crows are annoying. Just kind of like, they stun you, sort of. They're also like very freaky sounding. Like I think they just win the sense of like having a complete jump scare on the player. Like they you'll be like walking around and there won't really be any music or anything. You just hear this like incredibly loud like squawking screech noise that they make. That's pretty nuts. Something over here, isn't there? Maybe I'll do some of the quests this time that I don't usually do.
Well,
Well, there wasn't really anything there, I guess, but I can probably do the little girl's quest, though. One thing. That might be something cool. And then, okay, so this part's kind of sucks, but you know, I'm trying to get the dogs to come down first. This can get real hairy. Those dogs can get real nasty real fast. It's closed. Just making sure I'm getting everything too. It's been like a little while since I played. I do try to play it once a year, however. The dogs are really the biggest threat there, honestly. So once they're out, it's a little bit easier. Carry on this guy. Hi Brian, please. Welcome in. No problem working. Everyone's welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm playing. I've played through Bloodborne before, but I started a new file just to kind of to try playing it once again. I've actually beaten it. I want to say 3 or 4 times now. So this is kind of actually, weirdly enough, the first time I've tried to do a pure strength build. I've done blood tinge, and skill, but this is the one I haven't really done as much. Interestingly enough. I just dropped down here, and you know what, like, I kind of feel like I should have opened that shortcut thing up, but it's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Well, he's gonna be down there when I go down, so we might have a problem later with all those rats down there too. Once again, just like other enemies that can sneak up on you if you're not careful. Anyway, I haven't done pure strength like this, which I'll try to maybe min-max. And that can either be like a glass cannon build, or maybe I'll just make something really tanky that goes with my character, because his name's Big McLarge Huge. So, you know, by that token, I think he should be a little bit beefy. Right. So we kind of go in the sewers. These guys are fun to parry if I can get a good parry off of them. We shall try. Also, it seems that I think viscerals. I don't know the actual stats on this, but I think it's something about viscerals doing more damage on beast guys. Again, I don't know. I could just be talking nonsense. But it's just. I mean, just like visually, it seems like it's doing more damage. So. It's nice. Well, at least I'm like max on blood vials. And then what's cool is I can always renew my let's see this. Isn't that hunter set behind where that guy is over there? I think I'll over here. Go all the way down. Yeah, this is the like immediate fashion I usually put on because it's basically the cover of the game. Also, it has like the stats are so good that you know you could basically wear this the whole game. I mean, how good does that look, right? Like, so awesome. That is fashion right there. Maybe it may be a case for why Bloodborne has and I was gonna say Bloodborne too, and Dark Souls 2, and it does. As much as that game gets dumped on. So I'm gonna clear out these ratties. I don't exactly remember this factory, but at least I got the stuff at fashion, because that's really what I want. Let's see if I can carry this lad over here. Oh, that was the guy that fell earlier. Yeah. But I said I might have helped him, but spoiler alert. He's not a problem. I am just cleaning up here. And yeah, again, I mean, it's conceivable to wear this outfit all game. It's very viable. There's only a few that have better stats in terms of like pure defense, but honestly, this one with the balance of like how it looks, because I mean, really, like, it's the Souls game. It's all about the fashion, right? We know this. All right, so I'm gonna drop down. I kind of regret not opening up that previous shortcut though, so this could be a little bit gnarly, but wait a second, how do I don't think that's, I don't want to die here, so I need to figure out a way to do this, and I usually like forget how to actually get back up when I do this part. So let me see here. Need to, so this part's out because that's too far of a drop, and I know I need to get around the sewers, but this isn't the way I usually go because I accidentally fell down where I didn't mean to fall. And then this ladder thing is here, but that's, I thought this only leads up to where you fall anyway. Let's see, I'm gonna do a little trip up here. up here. Yeah, okay, this could be an issue. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I knew there was like a way out of that somehow. So now I'm back where I'm back at the bridge, and then what we're gonna do is blast through here and run past these guys into the thing, the building. By thing I mean building, and hope I don't die. So I want to clear this too, because I know there's guys in there. Couple guys in here. That guy was a little tankier, but right. So now what I can do is kind of get my long reach. This is what's awesome about this hunter's axe. This reach is nuts. Where's the other beast guy? What I was looking for. Got him. Pretty well. It's just these guys are actually kind of difficult, so I'm kind of doing the maybe overly safe strat back here. As you can see, they can still clip you anyway, even if it's like through there. And they can be slightly unpredictable in their like set, so it's just like it's better to kind of stay back here and come out through the door. I mean, logically that kind of thing would be able to fit through there, but the game just programs them so they get stuck there. So, Cleric Beast over there, but I need to open up the shortcut and stuff before I can get too far there, honestly. And this guy. And there's this guy. Trying to hide. Some bullets. Some lore dumping. Yeah, that you have to go on to the other side, but not a huge deal because there's this door that should open me up into here. Yep. Now I still don't have any insight, so I can't level up quite yet. But that's okay because we're making progress. So I think since I opened that up, I think I might actually just try to do Cleric Beast. At the very least I can sometimes I do die to Cleric Beast still, and you know, it's just Cleric Beast is really tanky, unfortunately, and so it may happen that I may do that, for example. But even if I do die, the parrying is so cool in this anyway. This game. So useful. It's very versatile and powerful. It rewards you for taking that risk, and I appreciate that. It's also, I feel like it's easier to parry in this game than most of the other Souls games, because, I mean, honestly, having a gun is way more helpful. in that regard. Sacrifice. Yeah, okay, well I don't really have anything to leave, so I'm just gonna, I may have to die regardless, but that's okay. Just hanging out. That's not great damage. Especially for like a first boss, like it's a lot. It's not that he's like overly hard, but he does have that tankiness problem. Get out of there, right? Staggered on it. I love how it's not just a roll, it's like an actual like dodge. It actually makes more sense. But bit. Get some the old coffee.
And I will be your hand beast
Cool.
to embold. Very well.
Alright, so we're gonna pop a bunch of stuff into strength. Maybe like double bite. Yeah, there we go. So we're getting up there. Nice. So we upgraded our weapon and got some more strength. And then I can buy, let's see, like a little bit more of these. That should be pretty decent. For Gascoigne, it's kind of the issue is the if I can parry him enough. Also, I should probably put the Molotovs in there for his second phase. Let's see how that goes. Cleric Beast wasn't too bad, honestly. I did pretty well. How many Molotovs? I have 7. That's actually not bad. It's pretty good. Sometimes this guy drops bullets, which if I'm full, they replenish back at the hunter stream. But the only thing that I wish that you could teleport between locations. It's just like I wish you could do that in this game instead of like having to go all the way back to the dream part. So that's a little annoying, but other than that, no notes. So I haven't unlocked that elevator yet, so I'm gonna have to go the sort of like long way through the sewers again. But I haven't seen Eileen yet in the game, so I will. What is it? So I can one-shot them, I guess. Get those guys. No, wasn't there one over here? Yeah. Good, so I can one-shot them. That's always a plus. Very unnecessary to do that much of a hit, but you know.
Well, if he wants to cut off, you ought to, won't you? And you go on.
And then I think that's the person who's sent to over to the cathedral once you unlock the cathedral ward. Doesn't end super well for that either, so in that situation. Yeah, Eileen should be in here. I remember. Eileen is she's like past some girls. She's definitely one of the cooler characters.
Oh, what a mess here.
The hunter must hunt.
Prepare yours. There are no humans left. Still, what's wrong? What are you? A hunt?
There it is.
What are you? Enough trembling. A hunter must hunt.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the cooler NPCs in the game, though. This really does, I think one of the reasons the serrated hunter saw, which is also a really good weapon. And when I did, I think it was like my arcane build, honestly I kind of just stuck with that nearly the entire time, if I remember. Actually, took more damage than I that recovers your health when you do a visceral, which would be actually pretty good if I'm doing viscerals that often. That's what I was trying to do. I love that you can dice rolls too. I love that. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, it's cool. So we've opened up that part. Just taking out the guys one by one here. And getting this stuff. You shot me point blank. That was okay. We got this. And then there's one more guy here. Looks like the Beast Man guy. Honestly, they're actually pretty easy to parry because they have these super long windups, and I feel like the window is gigantic to actually hit it. So it's not really like too much of a worry. Honestly, what it is sometimes the guys that are shooting you on the other sides that kind of become a problem more so than these guys. Yeah, well, unnecessary but fun. Which is kind of just my reasoning for a lot of my attacks in this game. Unnecessary but fun logic. Where I was, where I got the set that I'm currently wearing. Alright, and then I'll just kind of collect some of the stuff that I missed here. Oh, cool, it's actually, that's cool. It's cool to be getting more of them since I was the guy that fell. Fell that way too. I think I'm gonna get the. I'm not gonna go down there yet because I think I want to see if I can get to where that little girl is. Let's see here. Which should be up this ladder if I remember correctly. Yeah. Let's make sure there's no one over here. The guy that fell, huh? That's a crow that fell. Yeah, those pebbles that like. I wonder if you could do a pure pebble, only pebble run. I kind of doubt it's possible though, because I don't think. I feel like you're not, since you can't carry enough without dying. That I don't think it would be possible. Could be wrong. I mean, leave it to this game for there always to be someone like. Challenge runs. Yeah, the Madman's Knowledge, which gives you, which also gives you insight. Is this one? I know the person at the other end, you kind of have to save, sort of. This one. I didn't expect that to be a one shot thing. But, I guess it was. I don't know why he's just like standing there by the door though. I don't remember what the reasoning for that was, but this is the girl.
I don't know your voice. Are you having that you never came by more than love? Really? It's
Yeah,
if you find my mum.
This is definitely one of the sadder things.
It plays when Daddy forgets Mum's so sick.
Just I mean, so much of this is sad. Anyway, but down here. Got the crows. And then I need to find, okay, so yeah, I got all that stuff. Go back down the ladder. Kind of end up just like clearing out a lot of the area, honestly. Close to that guy fell, yeah. Oil urns, which are good for dousing and then molotoving people. Speaking of which, let me see if I can. Just a couple here. So cruise them out mentally. Some of them kind of sneak up on you, so you gotta be careful there. Yeah, like that one. Kind of be tricky. Actually, I'm just gonna run it. Those guys aren't necessarily as much worth like fighting in that capacity. Annoying, and they don't really give you many echoes either. And here, there's that badge down there where the pig is, but I think what I want to do is make sure I open up that shortcut first, in case I do die there, because that would be bad to have to go through the sewers again, to be honest. Do that. And good, we got the elevator open. We go back down. Gonna take on big guy. Well, I mean, at the very least I can get the stuff that's over there. Because also if you go this back way, you can take out, basically you can avoid that entire bridge, which is kind of nice. PBH. Pigs are like super strong in this game. It's kind of not so much damage they can. Although it's kind of like pigs in Dark Souls actually. These guys are also very strong. Especially the ones you've seen here. That damage. I think if you get in, if I remember, you get in there and it kind of clears it for the whole area, so. So no problems later, even if I went through there. And not that I need to anymore, because if I've already done this part, you can basically come up here. But yeah, I was gonna say, sometimes he lights himself on fire, that guy, and he did. It's just like, there must be some weird like thing with the way it clips or something. Well, I said I was gonna do this, but I think I might actually level up again before gas going. Just to kind of give myself a little bit more of a chance. Kind of. And then I'll just do the bridge the normal way, I guess. which isn't that big of a deal because it's kind of like you just dodge the boulder the other way. It doesn't end up saving that much, I guess. Let's see how many levels I can get. I don't exactly remember at this low how many you can get this early on.
Welcome, very well.
Well, 20 strength is probably pretty good to start, and then let me see if I can get some more with my blood echoes as well. I mean, I said blood echoes, I meant this. So, yeah, that's actually a decent amount. I'll use a couple of those, and hopefully I can just like level up my vitality a little bit more.
Very well, let me.
Yeah. Kind of just like vitality and strength I want to do. So go back here, and we'll try to take on Gascoigne. I'm playing this on PS5. Which doesn't really do anything for the frame rate or like resolution, really. But however, it does help the loading times, which are really long, especially if you died on the boss or just come back. But anyway, playing on the PS4 version is like, there's a lot of waiting that you'd be doing then. Just gonna run past these guys, don't really need to knock them out every time. What I'll do is I'll send it back up, so then the classic trick of Souls games where I send the elevator back up so I can do it faster next time. With the blunderbuss, which I chose, is that it doesn't do as much damage, especially in terms of blood tinge, but it has a wider spread so that you can kind of more easily parry, from what I've gathered anyway, because it seems like that is the case. I always had trouble actually doing a visceral on the stairs here. Apparently I still had trouble doing it, so go figure. I guess, well, that guy is kind of weak because shields are worthless in this game anyway, so go figure. Based on the damage that takes versus the visceral damage on those guys, it's like they really want you to parry them. He's one of the coolest bosses in the game. In many ways, the real first boss, in the sense that he's not optional either. Intro. There's just so many cool cinematics and characters in this game.
Beasts all over the shop.
I think that's why it'll always be my
Sooner or later.
my favorite From game. No matter which ones come out. What's that? nuts. It's just so
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Yeah, you can hear it like that. I think I actually did it there. Alright, first time I got going to. Wasn't too bad. Man, I remember like the first time I played him. Like the first playthrough of this game, like how hard that guy was. It was like, it was nuts. So that brooch that the little girl wanted was asking for is over here as well. Which I think you can break it open too. But, well, let me head back to the dream first. Head back to the Hunter's Dream and level up again.
Welcome. Very well, let me.
Just get my strength up like ridiculously high.
Farewell, good hunter.
Go to the tomb. This game is so good though. I wish it wasn't a PlayStation exclusive a lot. Just because also I can imagine like how much the modding community would could help it if it was on PC. Honestly, it's like frame rate's fine. It's not even that bad. It's manageable. And I'm saying this is like the Dark Souls games with at like 60, but this isn't really that bad. I like how it didn't take out this last guy for some reason. Gotcha. Bloodborne. Hey OFS. How you doing today? Welcome in. I am playing Bloodborne as you just mentioned. I am going to... I am doing great. Thanks for asking. Hope you're having a good day so far. I'm playing my favorite FromSoft game, so that can't be bad, right? Can't be a bad thing in this area. Watch this is what we call a pro gamer move. My game. Oh, thank you for telling me that. I need to fix that. Okay. This is too loud then. Is this better? Oh, hopefully. Thank you for mentioning that, because I know it's I know the game can be really loud, especially with those crows, like you were saying. Nice. Yeah. Oh, so it's your favorite FromSoft game also? I think Nothing. Yeah, there's nothing but grief here. That is for sure. I think it'll just always be my favorite. Even even with stuff, you know, Elden Ring coming out and all that stuff, I still put this one at number 1 for myself. There's just like I wish that every game had the trick weapons and the this same kind of fashion too, and also the setting too. It's like I like the medieval stuff enough, but just this really awesome like steampunky industrial evolution thing that this game did is just so much cooler to me. You finished yeah, you finished Elden Ring and Sekiro. I love Sekiro also. Well, I love all of them really, but I have to say though, to be honest, that I think if Elden Ring wasn't a Souls game, I don't know if I would have liked it as much, like a Souls-like, you know, because I generally don't like open world games all that much. I mean, they're fine. It's just like compared to other kinds. Yes, I have played Hollow Knight. I do like Hollow Knight a lot. I think you know, in terms of a Souls-like that's not made by From that I like the most is probably I think Lies of P recently was pretty high up there for me also. Do you like Hollow Knight a lot though? Hollow Knight is great. Like the I mean I love it though. The art style, you have 300. Oh nice. So you're so you're pretty good at it, I assume. Have you done that you did platinum? Nice. So you probably did that one with the that gauntlet where you have to kind of fight all those bosses in a row in that game. Nice. The Pantheon. Yeah, man, that I didn't even, you know, I haven't attempted that or anything, but I saw a video on it and it looked absolutely insane. So kudos for you for like finishing that, honestly. I can't even imagine it. But yeah, Hollow Knight, I love the art style. I'm a huge like one of those traumatic experiences, like you probably wouldn't want to do that again now that you've done it. Yeah, it's just like there's like some of those things I can, let's just say, I can imagine how hard that must have been. Yeah, the OST is great, the art style is great, the mechanics are great, like the just the way that they kind of implement some of the really cool charms in that game. And it's like the controls are really tight too. It feels like it's just very well implemented, you know, and I really respect just their ability to do that. Whoops, I never got the bell that whole time. Not that I really summon anymore in this, but I forgot to get those. Where is the doll's sometimes over here, isn't she? Let me see.
Welcome.
I'm a huge fan of Metroidvanias, is what I was gonna say earlier. Because I would put like Symphony of the Night, for example, is probably one of my favorite games ever. And I kind of just try out a lot of Metroidvanias when I see them on Steam. Some are good, some are not so great, but I try them anyway because I just love that kind of genre. There's just like something super satisfying to me about like exploring areas and then like finding that you can't go past a certain point because you need a key or whatever, and then having to go back around. And I love like really cool 2D map design. Celeste I have not played, actually. I know that that's in my backlog, actually. I think I own it on Steam. I just haven't in fact, let me check here really quick on my Steam library. I'm almost certain I own it. But from what I understand, Celeste is kind of like pure platforming, right? It's more like it's like let me see here. Yep, I have Celeste. I do have Celeste. I knew it. My backlog is, as I know most people's have this issue, but it's just like probably hundreds of games, to be honest. Oh, Grand Blue Fantasy just came out today. Huh. I just saw a little ad for that on Steam. Anyway, I can. You might be 60 by the time Silk Song. Yeah, I know. Everyone was waiting for. Oops, I didn't mean to go there. Everyone was waiting for Silk Song news at the State of Play. Well, I keep seeing leaks too. It's like people keep leaking. Well, not even real leaks. They keep kind of making fake like photoshopped maps, and it's like not. They're kind of trying to fuel the fire, I guess. But they're definitely working on it. There's a lot that could be coming out this year too. I mean, I know that last year was probably one of the biggest years for games maybe ever, but well, in a really long time anyway. But I think this year could have some good stuff. 20 more years until Silk Song, yeah. Yep. Let's just hope it comes out while there's still like interest in Hollow Knight in the first place. But I'm sure there will, because that's pretty popular actually. The Hollow Knight modding community is really big too. It's the DLC, which I don't have the thing for, so the Hollow Knight modding community is pretty awesome. Do the DLC this early. If I was doing BL4, I probably would. I do have the DLC. I need that. Don't you need the thing at the Hunters at the Hunter stream though? I definitely have the complete game. I know I do though, because like I said, I've been in this game multiple times. But I always forget what that thing is you need. Oh, you need to beat Amelia. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do that soon enough. Should I? I wonder if I should just run to Amelia then, because I've already done Cleric Beast. Thank you for reminding me. I like always forget you're supposed to beat Amelia first, I just kind of like always forget that. I'm gonna talk to Alfred too. Should I do Old Yarnum? Or should I just run to Amelia since I have the badge, or since I can buy the badge rather? I need to buy it first, but that's the question here. Here's some trivia. Did you know this is this fire paper? Yeah.
So, what say you? Not brave, why not cooperate? Take this.
Yeah, I could just do that.
Beast hunting.
I could use the hunter saw too. Anyway, did you know that this is the voice of Solaire in
Bourbonworth isn't
Dark Souls 1?
well. This led to the, in this sense.
Alfred here?
And furthermore, it's unclear, but only they know them. I bid you may the good.
I always thought that was kind of funny, like trivia. Yeah. Our favorite sun bro, Solaire. Oh, he's the best. I love Solaire. You went looking for the sun all the way down in Izalith, but we love you. We love you anyway. I think that, you know, like I still put Dark Souls 1 pretty high on my list. You can what? You can summon your friend as an enemy hunter. Yeah, I think I haven't really done that, but I mean I had heard that you can kind of do that. The thing is like I don't as often do the summoning in this game because I don't sometimes I don't pay for the PlayStation Plus online thing because it's like there aren't really many games I play on it since I already have Steam and I play all the other Souls games on PC, so it's like it's free on there, so it's like hard for me to kind of justify that sometimes. Okay, I didn't know that specific thing. So you have to ring and silence your bell 20 times. Interesting. I should try that sometime. Well, hey, if you're ever in that, join your friend as a cooperator. Yeah, so you become like blood crazed, like what happens with the like the same kind of thing that happens to the beasts in the game. Oh, Yimfa, yeah, I like that guy. He's pretty helpful with SL1 runs too.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
For me, like especially the one I've most recently tried to do is SL1 on Dark Souls 3 actually, and he has some pretty good like videos about being OP with that. Let me see something here. Can I get, yeah, the saw? Should I get the saw cleaver and Amelia? Beat the game in 102 bosses. Yeah, it's pretty insane, huh? It's like there's him and there's like another guy that does SL1 runs. I can't remember the other guy's name, but there were people that were kind of showing how to do it with like a limited amount of like stuff. I think I should have enough to buy that. Saw. I think. I mean, I like the saw spear too, so I don't know. I think I'll just, since the thing is though, I have more strength right now, so I think I'll just do that one and then see about upgrading it. I haven't done BL4 on this game. I have tried. Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. It's good talking. Let's see. Need one more Bloodstone shard. Blood gems. Actually, I might as well just do this weapon then, to be honest. If that's the amount I have.
Welcome home, good. What is it? Very well, let me start
Alright.
close.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to do this. Gas coins. I think I might still do Old Yarnum first, actually. I don't know. I kind of like taking on Bloodstarved Beast, to be honest. Let's open this bad boy up and get to work cleaning out this town. We're doing some ghost busting. Actually, I'm not sure if, since I have the blunderbuss, if that'll knock him off. That's what I'm gonna try to do, is knock Jura off. Ow. Little jerk. I'm a little weaker than I'd like to be necessarily on this part, on these guys, but you know what? Maybe I'll just try to do some parries instead. Oh, I forgot it was that fast. Was that the? Yeah, that's like the madness. I forget those things can inflict that. Inflict madness on you? It's annoying. Cold blood dude, that's not bad. I wonder, is that thing here just to like freak you out if you're like exploring? Ooh. Nice. Got a parry there anyway. Ooh. I think the adept one of the skill ones, if I remember. Which I don't. Oh, cool. I can also. That's enough to upgrade my weapon again, actually. Or I can, by that same token, I can upgrade my other thing. Upgrade my hunter's saw, which I might actually want to do for Amelia, to be honest. It might be the way to go for her, because take that sweet serrated damage on beasts, for one thing. It's not really necessary for me to maybe like go all the way over here and I mean take all these guys out, right? But I might as well, since I'm already doing it. Already doing it. So I might as well. Like just end up clearing out the area anyway. Hide behind here. These guys are bigger, aren't they? There's like the bigger variants of these guys. Or whatever. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was nuts. I forgot that that can go through the wall, I guess, at some points. That wasn't cool. There's like that shortcut way though, that I always forget where it is. Getting a lot of bloodstone shards at least. I think this is like, that's why I like this place though, because it's like a good place to upgrade your stuff. Hold on a second, wait. I thought there was a way that you could... I thought there was like a balcony shortcut or something that I'm missing. Am I? No, okay, I gotta run through here because this gets real dicey. Yeah. Yeah, that gets real hectic over there. It's kind of hard if this is taking like... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Got you. The blood tinge ones are good. For the blood tinge builds, obviously, I just don't have that, what do you call it, like, capability right now. I don't really have the... What I need to do is take Jura out, though. That is for sure. He is going to be a problem. I forgot these guys can climb. Well, I will be waiting for you at the top then, if that's what you're gonna do. Come on. Come on, little guy. Ooh. What? Did he die? No, they're just gonna wait for me, okay. Okay, so this part, this sometimes works and sometimes does not at all, but you can sometimes knock him off with your gun, although the thing is I have a blunderbuss and that might actually work in this case. Yeah, see, it's not enough, it's not enough like stuff. And he is really hard if you don't, to be honest. Yeah, he is ridiculously hard. And you can see, like, I was barely taking any damage. So what you actually need is the hunter pistol for that. Alright. Which, maybe I should just go ahead and buy then if I'm gonna do that. Used to gain blood echoes. I don't remember how much it is, but I'll just go back to the hunter stream and buy it. That'd probably be the best thing to do. Keep going to her and I don't mean to do that. It should be in here, right? Hunter pistols. Okay, so I need a lot more of those, and I will just go ahead and buy. I need just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Although now I'm gonna go way over, but that's okay. See, I should have thought of that before when I was picking the weapons. I should have just gone ahead and gotten this one instead. Repeating pistol. No, I think I want this one. Yeah, I think I want that. Okay. And then actually I should be able to upgrade my weapon as well. Since I already spent money on that. Yeah, see, I probably want the physical attack then. Nice. So wait, what is that? I have it up to 116 then? Yeah. Nice. So that should be starting to take some juicy damage. I'm hoping. Oops. And then I'll try Jura again. So I probably need to equip that. I need pistol instead. There we go. In fact, like I said, I probably should have just done that in the first place, but what can you do? Okay, well, I can get him in 2 now, and I guess that's not the worst thing, honestly. One, two. And then I'm just gonna run down here. Oops. I hate it when you get caught on people like that. It's really annoying. Anyway. I swear, isn't there a place though where you can... I always forget where that shortcut thing is. So those go out in 4. That's not the worst thing either. Hey, Sako. Is it Sako, I assume? How are you doing today? Thanks for coming in. Oh, here it is. This is it. This is the shortcut part. I am doing great. Playing my favorite FromSoft game of all time, which is Bloodborne. Nice, yours too, yeah. It's got to take the top spot for me still. I just love it so much. Yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite ever, but it's definitely in my top 10. I would absolutely say that, because it's just so good. My number 1 is Super Metroid, actually. For the Super Nintendo, because big fan of Prime. Yeah, I love Prime as well. Prime, do you like, what's your favorite Prime game? Is it the first, or do you like 2? Yeah, the first one, I agree. Yeah, I think the first one had the best kind of like it just had the best like structure, and the levels are the best. I think I appreciated that 2 is trying new stuff, but I didn't like it as much. It's not that it was bad, I just didn't I think some of the mechanics of having to switch between the dark and the light were like a cool idea, but in practice it was a little bit hard. I'm exiting so I can get Jura's stuff, by the way. The OG Resi, thank you. That's, you know what's funny that you say that. Hey, you know what? You are vibing, because that the OG Resident Evil 1 is probably also in my top 10. Like, no joke. Well, actually, I mean the remake, really, but still Resident Evil 1. Yeah, no, I agree. Sounds like we have pretty similar taste. I do too. I'm a huge, actually that's pretty much, if I'm not playing Soulsborne, I play horror games. OG Resi 2, yeah, OG Resi 2 is the one that got me into the series, actually. Do you like the remake? I think OG have been finding streaming pretty well. I like it because honestly I'm kind of just playing games that I want to play for the most part, and that I also want to share with people, and I think it's been really cool for that reason. I've been enjoying it. I'm still, I'm a pretty small streamer still, but I try to just play the stuff that I enjoy playing, and hope that people can find some enjoyment out of me enjoying the games that I'm enjoying. Yeah, exactly. It's the thing I've kind of appreciated the most is the community that I've kind of gotten from it. Nice. Did I knock it down? Yeah, I did, because those guys died. Then really cool, like, streamer communities, and even people that, like, go through, like, Discord and all that stuff. No, I appreciate the questions. I love, you know, I love kind of talking to chatters on the stream. It keeps it pumping, you know, keeps it active. I always will appreciate that, especially, oh my god. That was my bad of just being board games. Yeah, I am a little bit, not as much, but I mean, like, I'm not as knowledgeable about them. That's cool. I actually, the sort of like my other job is I'm a illustrator, and I haven't done it as much now, but I had a lot of clients that were doing, like, making their own board games. So I've worked on some, like, kind of indie projects in that regard. So yeah, I work on, some of them are TCGs that I've done. I did one semi recently that was like a kind of like a fantasy. I was gonna say fantasy. Like, how many are there? Are a lot of fantasy ones, but it was kind of like a Roman themed one though. Like, it had a Roman aesthetic, and then I also worked on one that had a steampunk kind of aesthetic. And so yeah, I've done like a few of those. A lot of kids ones too, because actually people are really into making the kid ones as well. So like some of them that come in like the smaller package. I do know about the board. I almost said board game. Wow. The Bloodborne board game, yes, I do know about it. I actually own the Dark Souls one. I got it for Christmas this very year. I don't know, and it looks cool. Like, I haven't played it at all, so I haven't like delved into the rules yet, but it looked pretty cool. Yeah, it seems a little dense just like in terms of the rule set, but what I did like is I looked through the cards a little bit, and it had like a lot of cool it used like actual official artwork from the, you know, from the some of the concept art from the game, and I appreciated that. I thought that was really cool that they did that. Everdell, in terms of medium weight, in terms of like the complexity of it, you mean? Yeah, so maybe like easier for someone a little more casual to get into, I guess. That's cool. Let me check it out really quick. I'll look on I'm on my Everdell while I'm not being attacked. Oh yeah, that looks great. Looks like it has some expansions too. Is that true? Far Shore or something? That's cool. It looks cute too, kind of like cute animals and stuff like that. Nice. My favorite boss in Bloodborne is wait, hold on a second. Sorry, let me. Yeah. My favorite boss is I think Maria or Ludwig. It's kind of a toss-up between them. But Ludwig, just like literally for the aesthetic and the cutscene alone is like the like, first of all, the soundtrack is so good on that, and probably my favorite track in the game, because it really reflects like how he's changing from like kind of regaining his humanity a little bit after being a beast, and it's like I love how it like how much storytelling From uses in their music, you know? Like they use a lot of thematic stuff that really like ties it together. And when the second phase music kicks in, when he like after that cutscene, when he draws out the Moonlight Greatsword, is like probably one of the, I don't know, like highlights of gaming for me, to be honest. I like it so much I had it as my like literally just had it in the background as my you know, Twitch streamer introduction for a while. Like, and just that without context, basically. And that's how much I liked it. It's just so good. Oops. From the Beltos by Metallica. Nice. Yeah, I hear ya. You gotta pump yourself up sometimes, you know? You gotta give yourself some energy. I do that too sometimes. Like, unless it's a boss theme I really want to hear, I'll just put on my own music sometimes. And I find that that's kind of rewarding. Actually I don't usually use the axe, which is funny. But this is a strength build. And I kind of thought, you know, it might be fun to use. It's like I wanted to try something I also don't use as often, because I've beaten this game with Arcane, Blood Tinge, and skill builds. Hey, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. You are awesome. I previously had used the Hunter, what do you call it, the saw, for most of it, because honestly, especially for Arcane, like that was kind of the build I was doing almost the entire game, to be honest, because it's so good against, it's like some of the early beast bosses like Amelia and Bloodstarved beasts down here. Where was I gonna go? And it's just a fun weapon. In Blood Tinge, the Blood Tinge thing was to use the Chikage, which the only problem with that is like you don't get that until basically man, what is it, like, is it yeah, it's like Martyr Logarius, I think you get it at. Oh, the saw cleave, just the, you know, the early saw. Well, I used saw spear last time on my Arcane build a lot. Hold on a second, I'll move this over here because it's really loud. Okay. However, in Bloodborne you have to wait, especially, that's why, like, so Blood Tinge was kind of actually hard at first for me, because you kind of had to like have, if you want to pour anything into Blood Tinge, you have to let the other stats sort of lay dormant more. Oops, I forgot I didn't have my any bullets. Anyway, you have to let your other stats lay it a little dormant, and it makes you a little weaker, like, to start off with. But then, if you kind of nurture it and give it some time, it becomes one of the better builds in the game, because it's so strong later. Especially like the Chikage. The problem too is there's like not that many weapons that use that build that well, but the weapons that do are really good, you know? I think Gascoigne is too. I think he's a really good From boss because he's so early on, and I think he is like such a good intro to the game, and he's like kind of a really good tutorial boss too, you know? Like, he's like a boss that Yeah, he teaches you how to play the game. You know, he teaches you how to parry. He teaches you how to dodge effectively. Like, it's such a good strategy. I also think this game is where From really learned how to make bosses really effectively. You know, like this is where they really hit their stride, and I think it really reflects like in stuff like Dark Souls 3 and stuff later. That you can see that they were using what they learned and making stuff that, because like Dark Souls 3 probably has the best bosses, even if you don't like the game as much as a whole. I think it has like the best bosses of the Souls games anyway. A little soulless, no pun intended. Yeah, as time has passed on that game, I don't like it as much, but it's like I said, if you kind of if I treat it as like a boss run, honestly, it's kind of really cool in that way. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I just did another playthrough of Demon's Souls on Tuesday, actually. And I love that game. Demon's Souls is, I think, like, if we're talking pure atmosphere, like that game is amazing for that. Especially areas like yeah, you know what? I think I agree with you with that. I kind of go back and forth, but DS1, they just still like, they have never completely done that like interconnected world the same way as they did in DS1. And it's so good, and it's like, I wish they would do that more, you know? Because DS3 is so linear. And I just loved in yeah, it's really whimsical. I love how like you can go to Firelink, and there's like basically 4 different ways that you can start the game to go. You know, it's like it's quite dreamlike, yeah. Reeks of odd. David Lynchian, yeah, I would agree. I think, well, I mean, you know, Bloodborne is very dreamlike too. I mean, both literally and, I don't know, figuratively. But it's funny because the nightmare levels feel really like you're in a dream, because it feels like stuff that's impossible to exist. There's like things stacked on each other, and there's, you know, many layers. Yeah, they are kind of more than the sum of its parts. I think Anor Londo is one of the best, like, maybe it's one of the best FromSoft levels ever. You know? It just really hits that special place, especially when you first like experience it. And From does this thing, something they do really well also is like kind of showing you, like, you go to like the lowest part of the world, like Blight Town, and these really dark, you know, grimy areas, and then you emerge and it's like the brightest kind of like experience ever, you know? I think they're just really good at reveals, you know? You're like, I'm trudging through this mess basically, and it's like, we promise you it'll be worth it in the end. And Lotta is capitalism, yeah. You mean because it's like an illusion? Too. Because it doesn't actually exist. Yeah, it very much has that like feeling of, you know, the elite living in their little areas without a care in the world. Yeah, there's such a mystery too. I think there's a really big mystery in Demon Souls too. That's what I like about Demon Souls so much. It's so weird, you know, it's like, it's weird in a good way. Wow, I completely messed that up. Yeah, I completely, especially as Elden Ring's been out for a while, it's kind of missing something for me. And I was mentioning this earlier, but it has this thing where like, I don't know if I would have liked it as much if it wasn't a Souls game, you know? If it was just like some other kind of open world experience. Oh man, got wrecked. It lacked, I'm okay with open world. It's not my favorite kind of games, honestly. It's just not really like something I go out of my way to experience. But the thing is about that, yeah, Breath of the Wild. So you liked, did you like Tears of the Kingdom? Oh, you haven't played it yet? Yeah, you know, okay, this is weird, but I actually kind of like, I like Tears of the Kingdom more than Breath of the Wild. And I know some people were kind of going either way on that, but I like how they handled a lot of the elements in that game. I think that it kind of feels like they took all the stuff they learned from Breath of the Wild and kind of polished it a little bit more. And it's not that Breath of the Wild's bad, it's just it just feels like, oh, the influence on other games too? Or the influence on Tears of the Kingdom, you mean? Oh, Elden Ring was, yeah. It's funny too, because then Elden Ring inspires other stuff too, and it's like this kind of cyclical thing. Elden Ring also has that thing where it inspired a lot because it's, you know, love it or hate it, it is the bigger, it's one of the biggest, actually it is the best-selling Souls game, right? I think it's like the one that really brought people in. I'm gonna try this again. Like, I think, yeah, Souls did that for sure. You know, I will also one thing though I will say is that I think that, oh, Citizen, how are you? Welcome in. What I was gonna say though is that how are you doing? I am doing well, thanks, by the way. Oh, is the Wolo not working? Do I need to fix that again? I swear the sound alerts are so buggy on this thing. I don't know why it's doing that, so my apologies. I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. What did you think of the remake trailer? Exactly. I'm glad you said that. I was going to say something, but I wanted to kind of feel the room. I wanted to read the room first. Okay. So, is it me, or does it feel like a budget Resident Evil 2 remake that they're trying to do, basically? Like literally they're trying to take the combat things that made that game good, and then it's just like it feels like it is undercooked too. It feels like it somehow looks worse than that game. That game came out in 2019. But the thing about the original, I love the original so much. It's like, don't make it like RE2 though. Like, it wasn't about the combat in that game. It was about the atmosphere, you know? I mean, honestly, I don't even know if it's something you can remake, you know? I think it's kind of one of those like lightning in a bottle things that you just have to like, you know, let it be what it is. And Konami keeps trying to revitalize Silent Hill, and I don't know if it's working, because they also just released that other free one that's on PS, it's only on PlayStation or whatever. Oh yeah, I do know about the Punji thing. I just very much messed it up, so I'm just gonna. Now I'm out of them too. Whoops. Also, I should have used fire paper. I'm so ill prepared, and I should know better because like I said, have beaten this game a few times now. I'm just like what's that guy? Jesus, here's toast, right? That guy isn't pretty insane on those. On his runs that I've seen. If you've seen him stream. Or really, I watched his Awesome Games Done Quick run. Speed run of this. Yeah, no problem. Whoops, I wasn't paying attention to my life there. Define what a god run is. I need to put... Oh. Yeah, all Souls games hit lists. Is that God Run level 3? So you have to do SL1, hit lists, and like every Souls game too? The one I'm like weakest at is actually Dark Souls 2, funnily enough. That one's the... because I know it the least. I've beaten it, but I know it the least, honestly. Hey, yeah, I really appreciate you stopping in, and hey, you got some great gaming taste, so I'm hoping to see you again in another stream. We can talk games more. And thanks for the follow, too. Really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in, like I said. Well, you missed me doing first time Gascoigne and Cleric Beast, so now you get to see me die on Bloodstar Beast like 50 times or whatever. The one boss that no matter how many times I play this game, I will still like struggle with for whatever reason. You know, it's like it just doesn't want to happen sometimes. I don't know. It's like sometimes I'm just not in the zone with this boss, which I hear is actually a she technically, but I don't know how canonical that is. The other problem is I keep getting stuck on that stupid puller thing, and that becomes an issue. How have you been, citizen, for your for school, work, etc.? Oh. Oh, I was pressing it. I was pressing the button. Alright, I need that antidote too. I can do this. I can do this. It's not that bad, it's just like I'm making some silly mistakes. I'm gonna do one more attempt and then I'll probably call it a stream actually, but 86% grade. Oh, nice. Wait, so maybe I don't quite understand that though. So like, what if 70 is a 4.0? Oh, you mean so like how, like in the ways that you can get like higher than a 4.0, like you get like a 4.5 if you have basically a higher GPA or whatever. So you're over a 4.0 in other words. So you're doing pretty good. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Well, you should be proud. So you'll be building those our armored core robots in no time, right? Because I fully expect to be piloting one of those like in my lifetime. Just so you know, like just so we're clear on that aspect. I used to live, well, grew up really near a branch of Lockheed Martin actually, because I'm from the Bay Area originally in California. So where I grew up, it was like basically people's dads and relatives worked for various like fields there, in the aerospace divisions and stuff like that. Which is like, it's cool, but it can be intimidating too in some regard. Especially if like I was going in something completely, you know, unrelated. Like, I have full respect for it. It's not that, it's just like, you know. You're able to work in a lot of industries, so you're really, I'm sure you're really versatile, right? It also, yeah, it opens you up to a lot of, you know, opportunities in the future too, which is great. You'll be a citizen of all trades, although jack of all trades isn't always a compliment, but I do mean it as a compliment. I swear. Hold on a second, I'll read that when I'm a little less death door. Got him. All right. Thank you, thank you. I definitely wanted to do that before I signed off anyway. Evie's a prosthetics, but who knows what. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I think that's the thing is that you have the opportunity where you can be open up to a lot of different fields, since I think you're staying so versatile with your trade, you know. And I respect that a lot too. You know, as I've said in prior, like I really respect your field because it's something like I don't know how to do at all, you know. And I'm also not really good at math anyway, so I would already be kind of shooting myself in the foot a bit. So I especially respect people that can do that kind of stuff. All right. On that note, sorry, I know you just came in, but recently, but it's about time for me to hit the old dusty trail. But I do yeah, I think it's like a mutual respect that we have for each other though, right? And I think that's cool, you know. Yeah, anyway, have a good one. I'm hoping on streaming again on Sunday. So if you're around, you know, be good to see you. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by and talking. And I'll see you around. All right.